Good afternoon, everybody. Caiola with you. Welcome back to the channel. I have my little orange blossom tea here in my tiki mug. Sunday afternoon, time for me to do another video. We're up to the letter C now. We start a new letter today. Going through my Hawaiian record collection. But first, just a couple of brief updates on new things or something that I missed accidentally. This one is new, just got this one, only was $1 and that's the only reason I got it. Otherwise, I would have passed on it, but South Pacific highlights from the Broadway musical by Liberace. So yeah, it's a pretty cover, and I like the cover art on the back. And then I come across, surprisingly, this album by Frederick Hayashi, pianist. Now this is a custom label, vanity label, whatever you want to call it, private pressing. This guy is recorded at Wahiawa, Oahu, Hawaii. I've actually come across two other private pressing albums by him, so this is the third one. He was the blind pianist. And this one's kind of a mishmash of songs, a couple Japanese songs, mostly classical things, and there are some Hawaiian ones though, which is why I got it. Let's see, on here, Old Plantation, Hawaiian Wedding Song, and something called the Wahiawa Toccata, written by Mr. Hayashi. And then finally, as one I should have missed, I just completed the letter I, and this record I actually had out of the shelves because I was recording something on it up to Hawaiian Leisure Hour, so I forgot to put it back in, and I omitted it from when I was doing the letter I. This group is called Kona. The album called Kalua Oka Manava. Now, this group, this is 1980 something, right? 1981. This is their second album. But they changed the name of their group. Their first album. Where is it? No, it's Naleo something. Like, why is it not even just here? Oh, Naleo Kani Opunahele. That's their first album was called, and the cover of it looked like this, except it didn't say Ikona there. It said Naleo Kani Opunahele. But the song Ikona was on that album, and the song Ikona was such a huge hit, and it was really gigantic hit, gargantuan hit here in the islands. Been covered by 100 million people, and I don't think they actually wrote it, but their version of it was so popular. That they changed the name of the group to Kona on their second album. So anyway, Kona. This is very grassroots kind of Hawaiian music, grassroots. Okay, now we go to the letter C. First up is somebody who's really Mel Kabang, his name is. The album For You Lady, autographed. He really is better known in Hawaii as a comedian. He had quite a long career and was in several different, or was in some comedic groups, Booga Booga, some other ones. But he did sing, and this album was just him singing songs, not Hawaiian songs really, just kind of pop songs and things that mostly island written songs, but not Hawaiian album. But better known as a comedian, Mel Kabang. Okay, this one, many of you in your thrift shopping may have come across this particular album. It's part of a set. I don't have the set. The set is called Mood Music for Listening and Relaxation. It's one of those Reader's Digest box sets, and I think there were about 10 albums in this set. The Hawaiian one is called Hawaiian Paradise by Caiola and his orchestra. Now, I have a couple of other albums by Caiola in the Hawaiian vein, but this one is different from them, and this one is really, really, really beautiful. I mean, if you come across this, I highly recommend this one. It's very lush arrangements. It's the typical songs, but very lush arrangements. Lots of bird calls, kind of There is the vocal chorus. These are just really nice, easy listening, but definitely exotic type of arrangements of these songs. So I highly recommend it. Also, if you happen to come across this box set from Reader's Digest, all of the songs on this album are included in this set, so you would have everything. Also, I do know that, I don't know if this was ever, it seems like it would have been, but I don't think I've ever seen this issued as an album by itself, even in Europe somewhere. Never saw it, so seems like it would have. I have seen it on CD. I think they called it Hawaiian Nights. It was issued on CD as a set. But anyway, if you come across it, Caiola, good, really good stuff, that album. Then he did a couple of other albums. Solid Gold Guitar Goes Hawaiian. This is Monaural. I really need to get a stereo copy of this one day when I can get it for cheap. Also, it's a white promotional label. A couple of originals, Sugar Island. Well, one original, Sugar Island. Hawaii Tattoo, and then the typical songs. Nice album. An album of his I like maybe a little bit better would be this one, Caiola and his Islanders Paradise Village. This is also on United Artists. This one came later. This one was, I think, 62, as I recall, something like that. And then the next one, I don't know. Anyway, they're not on there, the dates. This is kind of his answer to Exotica. It's a bit of an exotic album. Paradise Village sort of being a takeoff of Quiet Village, although there's no song called Paradise Village. It has more exotic songs on it. Diamond Head, Bali High, Stranger on the Shore, Stranger in Paradise. And the very seldom heard movie theme from a movie I've never seen, but I would love to, called Tiara Tahiti is on here. And an original called Hawaiian Punch. I like this album. There's a little bit of ocean waves and a little bit more exotic sound to it. It's nice. And then finally today I will show you this one right here, which I remember getting this record so well. This is Greatest Hawaiian Instrumentals by Cecil Campbell. Here we see quite a senior Cecil Campbell. Now you maybe know this name. I didn't when I bought it, but apparently he was around quite a bit, decades previous to this, as a steel guitar artist, doing a lot of country music and backup and whatever. And he did some original songs. According to the liner notes, he did write several Hawaiian songs, including "Neath Hawaiian Palms," "Hawaiian Skies," and then all of those songs and a few others are included on this album, although this album was recorded much later, in the 80s, I believe it's on here, 80s probably, and not the 80s, well the 70s or something, late 70s, and would have been re-recorded, because obviously these are not, when you listen to them, they're not old recordings. It's a re-recording of those songs. And I remember when I was a kid, this is probably just locally distributed because it was from Winston Records in Charlotte, North Carolina. So when I was a little kid, junior high school, something like that, I remember when I get so excited because we go on a shopping trip to Charlotte, take the big hour-and-a-half drive to Charlotte and go to a big mall, and it was like super exciting, and I would get to eat Chinese food in the food court, super exciting, because my family did not eat that stuff, and I could go, for a certain period of time we were allowed to go by ourselves shopping, and I would always go to the record stores to see if there were any new Hawaiian records, and there was a new Hawaiian record this time, and it was Cecil Campbell's Greatest Hawaiian Instrumentals. I would have been like in junior high school, and I was super excited about it, and it's not really that, magnificent of an album whenever. It's just a bunch of mostly original steel guitar songs that are, many of them, kind of similar sounding, actually, with a little sort of tacky organ playing in it. But I love the picture of the senior Cecil Campbell with this woman here with the fruit basket in what is obviously North Carolina somewhere. I mean, very funny. Maybe there's a better picture of Mr. Campbell. But I just remember getting this album. In fact, when we repainted my room, I don't remember the exact year, we got a little bit of paint on it, which I left on there. Let's listen to some samples.
Love has a captivating, motivating feeling. Is your innovating, anticipating? I know that your personality is reality, systematically with mentality, and it has to be, baby, only for me. Girl, don't you change your love.